Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys a Divine Feminine reading today. And so this is going to be for Divine Feminines that either find themselves on a twin flame journey or just a spiritual healing journey. So anything can apply. Today's reading is going to be pick a card style. It's not really pick a card, it's pick a nude here for your messages. These messages are just going to be, very open. We're just going to see what Spirit wants to bring forth today. So you guys have the options to choose the Citrine Nude, number 1, the Moonstone Nude, number 2, or the Rose Quartz Nude, number 3. All these beautiful nudes are created by my friend Michelle at Wing and Bell, so I will put her down below, as well as the timestamps. You guys are more than welcome to pick more than one choice or the entire reading. It's totally up to you. So today's, reading is going to be short and sweet. We're going to be using the Tarot of the Hidden Realms, the Wild Wisdom Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish, and this deck is called the Oracle of the Fairies. So I just wanted to do a little bit of a cute theme today and see what needs to come through. So of course, take what resonates with you. When I say divine feminine, a divine feminine can be a male or female. We're really speaking about energy today, but I do tend to channel you guys by saying she or her. So I apologize if that's not your situation. It's just easier for me to channel that way. So again, always take what resonates for you. Before we get started, I did want to say something in regards to my personal decks that I sell, that I've created and that I sell on Etsy. Internationally, I do have a particular specific link for those that are internationals, but the thing is that could be affected too with the coronavirus right now. A lot of things are happening when it comes to international shipping. I've placed my deck order at the very end of January. I still have not received my items. Now, I did have some stock already built up here at my house, and so I will be able to fulfill certain people's orders, but there's certain decks like Twin Flame Messages Volume 1, which is a top-selling favorite for people that like my decks, that I'm completely out of, that I cannot fulfill those orders. And so I did get notification today that I should be receiving my deck shipment next week, but until I have those decks in my hand, you guys, I don't trust it because anything could happen and customs and everything. So I've just been reading a bunch of stuff that's been going on that's affecting things. And it's already been, like I said, delayed for a month, and I paid extra to actually get it within a week, and I just didn't get it. So I don't want to have my listings live right now. So if you guys are wanting to order decks from me, you're going to see that there are no listings available to be able to order my decks. I want to prevent sales on these decks right now until I get this all situated. So I've got my 2 assistants, Victoria and Kayla, coming over today, and we're going to go through everything, see what we have. And so we might be able to put up listings if we have extra decks available, but any listings that you guys don't see, it's because I do not have those decks to fulfill right then and there. And we might even find that with the orders that we've already gotten, which are quite a few, that we actually don't have any stock available at all until I get those decks. So just please be patient, you guys. If you guys are reaching out, Victoria, of course, will let you guys know what's happening, but that's the situation. Now, if you guys are international and you go to the international site, I cannot guarantee that the shipping is not going to be affected to get your decks to you. So just beware during this time that there could be some sort of issues. I just wanted to let you guys know. Hopefully it will be all, taken care of next week. We'll see. And moving forward, I think sometimes things happen for a reason. I've been looking to try to do something within the US for a while. There's certain reasons I haven't, cost reason, things like that. I may have to charge more for my decks when I do that. And I've liked, to make my decks a little bit more affordable. And I've been working with this particular company for a year and a half. And so I've built up a certain rapport. And so, I get things at a discounted rate. And so I'm able to lower my prices here and there. But like I said, moving forward, I may just redo everything. I may just start offering international orders through my Etsy. So you guys might see some different things that I'm doing this year when it comes to decks. And of course, I have a brand new deck that's coming out, and I haven't received that yet because that's still in production. And so there's just a lot of things that I'm anticipating. But anyways, let's move forward with this reading, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these away. So for those of you that chose a number 1, the Citrine Nude, let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say today, just in regards to you, your own healing, your own journey, all of it. So how we're going to do this is we're going to take this deck here and we're going to shuffle it and grab, like one card. But I'm going to do this 3 times and then we're going to clarify and see what the message is. All right, for those that chose number 1, what do you need to know today? Knowledge means change. Beautiful. Okay. 2 plus 8 is the number 10. 10 is about endings. Endings of cycles, coming to the end of the road with something. Something needs to change. Once was innocent. It's kind of like ignorance is bliss. We can only be ignorant for so long. We can only not deal with something for so long until we understand, we're acknowledging that something has to change. So there's a message here about that. So let's see what this has to do with. What is this energy surrounding change? Energy surrounding change. This is the 3 of Swords. Wow. Oh my. So the 3 of Swords, you guys, is a heartbreaking energy. It means our hearts may be pierced. We may be feeling really heartbroken over something. We might be feeling very bitter, etc. So this means that, pain is like an indication that something is going on. It causes you to feel something because there's very much something there. So pain is an indicator that something's going on with you. You're feeling it. You're processing it. It feels heavy, all of it. So knowledge, you're aware that maybe, perhaps, something has to change. You can no longer stay. Let's just say for some of you, I don't know. I have to put it out there with 3 of Swords. If you are involved with a situation where there are 3 people, as in you, your person, and someone else, where there's just other people that are in the situation, something's going to have to change. You know this. So it's like we can only be emotional for so long. Irrational behavior can sometimes lead to things just going stagnant or remaining stagnant. But now that we're aware of something. Maybe something has been brought to our attention. We know that it doesn't feel good. We can't be innocent anymore with this. We're not innocent anymore. We know what we're doing. If you know what you're doing and you're cognizant of this, and you feel like something's off or somebody's maybe pushing you to do something that doesn't feel right for you, that means because you're acknowledging this and you know what's right maybe, and you know what's wrong, you know what's under the feel or under the alignment of your own integrity and the situation, now you know that you've got to change this. You can't continue on. I mean, you can, but it's only going to further perhaps create this heavy heart and sadness. So let's go ahead and get the advice here. What is the advice? Wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. So when it comes to things that we really, really want, things that we're really wishing for, do you see the words? Make sure that you're wise. Make a wise choice. Be practical, okay? Use your wishes wisely in order to manifest your heart's desire. So take practical steps. Use rational decision making when it comes to whatever this is. So if you guys are wishing or praying for something to change, right? But let's just say what we're wishing for is going to cause heartache and sadness for other people. Lives are going to be destroyed. Families are going to be destroyed. If that's your story, is that really the wisest thing? Is that really the wisest choice, right? It's also an energy, let's just say we just want to win. Sometimes that's what it boils down to. You care for somebody, but there's somebody in the situation. There is some sort of competition. And we suddenly get into that energy of, we want somebody to choose us. Please choose me. And that might be what you really, really want. But again, there is some sort of Three of Swords energy, which is possibly deception and betrayal and just heartache and sadness. Once you get your wish, is it really going to make you happy? So for some reason, I am getting here that whatever we're wishing and hoping for, it may be that one of the reasons that it's not manifesting at this particular time is because something has to change with this person that you're wishing for, or something has to shift within you because the situation doesn't seem to be balanced at this time. So make sure whatever you're wishing for is a wise choice for you. Are you sure it's going to lead to happiness? Are you sure it's what you want? Or is it about something else right now? Now, this does not say forever, meaning like just because this is the energy that's coming up about this situation right now doesn't mean that you have to forget all about this person and that it's not going to happen. It's never going to work out. Absolutely not. It's just indicating here that what the current circumstances are might not be the best situation for all parties involved, if there are other parties. Now, if there's no other parties involved, this is just about you and them. Is it the wisest choice right now to put your heart on the line? Is it the wisest choice to keep investing in a situation that really isn't providing anything but misery and unhappiness for you? You can't run around being innocent anymore. You can't be ignorant anymore. You know that something has to change. You know you have to make a choice, and it might be a heartbreaking choice, but you know you have to do it. You know you have to be wiser in this situation, because if we are thinking emotionally and we're just our heads in the clouds, this might be actually leading to more heartbreak and sadness. So that is the message, you guys, for right now. So we're going to move on into another one. We're going to do 3 total per choice. What else do we need to know? Because that might not resonate for some of you that chose number 1. And so maybe this one will. We have snail's pace. So snail's pace, number 22. So there could be a significant message in regards to angel numbers that you're seeing, 22 or 222 or just 2s. But snail's pace means that we have to slow down. We have to ground ourselves. We have to listen to the heartbeat of the world or of the earth, subtle energies. So there's perhaps subtle things that are happening right now. Maybe things are at a snail's pace. Maybe what we want isn't manifesting. We need to be more practical with what we're hoping and praying for. So let's just say you're hoping and praying for someone. This is just take it if it resonates. You're hoping and praying for someone that is not available. They're taken, they're married, they're in another relationship, and you're wanting this person to come into your life right now and live happily ever after. Chances are that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Or if it is in the process of happening, there could be some holdups, okay? Now, if your person is not attached whatsoever, or let's just say this isn't even about another person, because some of you guys, divine feminines out there, may be completely disconnected from any kind of masculine energy, and you're really just focusing on yourself. You're focusing on your own masculine energy within yourself. But maybe you're finding that on this journey so far, it's like not a lot's happening right now. Sometimes things happen for a reason or don't happen for a reason because it literally forces us to have to settle down and be with ourselves and enjoy our own company for a change. That's what I'm getting here. 22 is a master number. So it might be that there's something in regards to mastering something within ourselves during this period of inactivity in the outer world. So take this as an opportunity to do something significant at this time. 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is a card of struggle. Rather than struggling to push for something to happen right now, what I'm getting here, the advice is to just stop. Because the thing is, the longer that you involve yourself in trying to push something to happen, when either the universe is saying, it's not the right time, divine timing, it's not good, or somebody's not wanting to cooperate, you're just creating more struggle for yourself. So this is about getting grounded, slow down, listen to the heartbeat of the earth. What is the earth telling you? So if things are not happening in the 3D world right now, there's a reason. There might be subtle changes taking place, but it's not evident enough for you to go, wow, this is really changing. So Spirit is saying to stop the struggle. You're your own worst enemy right now. And if you're dealing with other people, it's time to pull away from those energies and make those subtle changes. And those subtle changes might be just not answering the phone, not responding to a text, pulling yourself away from checking someone's social media, pulling the plug on something right now energetically. Sometimes those subtle changes are enough to really help us to gain peace and clarity. And this card, I'm only going to take the top one because I'm feeling that's the message. We have protection. Spirit's trying to protect you right now from something. It's about protecting your own energy as well. What a beautiful card. I'm going to read it. It says, the fairies of protection are shielding you with the magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. So you are being protected energetically right now, or you do need to protect yourself when it comes to other people that are trying to impede on your energy. So ask for protection. Work with Archangel Michael. Do some, chakra clearing, meditation, whatever it's going to take. Maybe get some specific crystals. But I have all of the colors here of, well, actually the pink isn't, but there's a lot of colors here is what I'm seeing here as far as like your chakras. So there could be something significant about that. But yeah, we do need to slow down, pull away, disengage from anything that's causing drama in our lives. And it might just be our own energy and our own thoughts. So we've got to protect our thoughts, you guys. We've got to find a way to maybe even ask, like I said, for additional help from our angels and guides to work on not having those types of thoughts. Maybe positive affirmations, something that isn't going to necessarily fix things right away, but it's like an exercise, a mental exercise that with time you're going to find yourself not thinking so much about a certain thing, or changing the words or the dialogue that you have within your own self. And you'll find that this shift, this subtle shift, will actually create less conflict for you. So it can go either way, whether you're dealing with someone specific, whether you're dealing with a bunch of people, or whether you're battling yourself, the message is the same. This is about needing to protect your energy and slow down and pull away from anything that seems to be dramatic. That's the message. All right, let's go ahead and get to the last one. What is the last message for those that chose number 1? We have dark moon. There could be something in regards to a particular moon phase, okay? So that could resonate with some of you. We have maturing, growing up, introspection, knowing thyself. So dark moon is shadow work. So it means that right now it could feel like a dark time for some. It could be a dark time for another person that you're dealing with. And so we have to give ourselves and other people and situations time to mature, grow up, for people to kind of, look at themselves, take responsibility. Until people do that, sometimes it's very difficult to try to move forward with them. So a certain moon phase could be significant when it comes to shadow work, rituals, or releasing, letting go, and also healing. Queen of Wands. I love the Queen of Wands. She's my favorite queen. This is about really honing in, actually, on this moon's energy. So a specific moon I'm getting here. You're going to be really tapping into your creative side, your ambitions, your dreams, your goals, becoming independent, whatever ideas you have. This is about moving things forward. It's a great time to really focus on the self, to really focus on your independent energy, doing your own thing. But the Queen of Wands rocks it. She's definitely a boss. She's definitely that queen that, is able to handle herself, and she feels really good in her own energy. So this is a great time of facing your shadows, making peace with it, letting certain things go, growing up, maturing, learning from situations. Kind of like learning what you can from whatever hasn't worked out so far in your life. And we have moderation. So the advice, it says, is there something you shouldn't be eating? It says, try to eat mindfully and healthfully. It says, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So all things in moderation, right? Black and white thinking with anything in life, you guys, is such a pitfall, especially when it comes to dieting. I've got to I'm going to reduce all of my calories to 800 calories a day, and I'm only going to drink water, and I'm never going to do this. And, you're setting yourself up for failure. One of the perfect people that you guys can talk to about that is my assistant, Victoria, who has lost over 100 pounds within a year's time. And it's just from moderation. She didn't go crazy. She didn't get a bunch of diet food. She didn't go on Weight Watchers. She didn't do anything. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but she didn't have to go to all those extremes, because what she did instead is she still ate the things that she wanted to, but it was all about portion control, because a lot of people are asking her right now, what did you do? What are your tricks? All these things. The thing is, she really just modified what she was doing. And of course, she incorporated a lot of physical exercise and activity, which, we definitely have to do that. But we don't have to be extreme. We don't have to be extreme with our thinking. I'll never do this again. And let me tell you something. I've gone down that road before where I'm just like, I'm never going to do this again. Never going to do that again. Never going to think this or feel this, and I'm done. And yes, there are times where you do have to be in that energy in order to try to heal and move past a situation during a dark time. But if you find yourself like you've jumped off the deep end and now you're just feeling worse than ever, moderation is key. Okay. Now, when I see darkness, moderation with darkness and light, an equal balance of both is healthy. And I'm not trying to say, you guys, that being super positive, that there's something wrong with that. Absolutely not. But some people do find that when they only focus on love and light and they're only living in that positive energy, shit happens in life. Things happen. And when you're spending too much time in that energy and something realistic happens in this 3D world, such as sickness, such as heartache, such as death, major pain, anything, it can really rock your world. And so it doesn't mean that if you're all dark that, hey, it's cool, you're not going to feel anything. But the thing is, moderation is key. Being even-minded, even balanced in the mind is really key, because it really prevents a lot of, up and down energy, the constant roller coaster, high and low, extreme high and low. Find the balance within. And this is about finding the balance within yourself. Doing what feels good for you. Don't allow other people to tell you this is the right way. This is the correct way. This is the key to happiness. Now, there are all kinds of spiritual teachers and all kinds of people that we look up to that we might feel inspired by, but no one person has the key to your happiness. Not another person that you want to spend time with, or a spiritual teacher, or whatever. Take what you're even listening to and the advice that you're getting in moderation. Not everything that you subject yourself to do you have to scarf, okay? Do you have to shove down your throat? I swear, my friend Laura, she has just always the coolest analogies. And I know she said something and I can't remember it, so I'm not going to butcher it. But literally, one of the last times her and I were talking on the phone, we were talking about how, you don't have to eat something that's in front of you. You don't have to gorge on what's in front of you. You don't. Everything that is in front of you do not have to consume. You can pick and choose what you're going to put into your system. And there's some kind of a message here from your guides when it comes to your own journey, when it comes to what's right for you, what empowers you, what inspires you. If other people are judging you and saying, that's dark, I'm going to tell you right now, that Queen of Wands is the queen that I identify most with in tarot. I'm a fire sign for one, but the thing is, to me, that's me. And some people do find my very raw energy and the fact that I'm not afraid of darkness, that somehow I'm dark, that somehow I've got evil connected to me. I've literally dealt with this from other people in my life where they've walked away and disconnected with me because of this. But at the end of the day, that is other people's own perception, and I can't change it, and I can sit there and cry about it and feel judged and all day long. But at the end of the day, I have to accept and know myself enough to know that that's not my truth, that's theirs. And just because somebody else has a a thought about you, or they have a perception about you, doesn't make it true. So the more that we are comfortable with ourselves, the more that we're confident within ourselves, what other people think about you can't shake you. So moderation, take things in moderation, take judgment, take things from other people in moderation. Don't allow things to sink your ship. So if you're strong and balanced, that can't happen. And I'm still working on that. I am still working on that myself. All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed number 1. Let's move on into number 2. All right, you guys, so if you chose number 2, the Moonstone Nude, let's go ahead and get your messages. What does Spirit want you to know today about your journey? We have secret doorway, working with intuition, second sight opening, and dimensional doorways. Wow. Okay, so that's really cool. So we have the number 5 here, and 5s indicate something that is changing. Lots of changes perhaps with maybe doorways of your mind, the doors of perception, just things that are opening up for you. Okay, so this one just came through, it popped up, so we're going to take it. We have Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow, steady energy. It's very invested in something, but it wants to do the work. So this is one of the knights that doesn't want to just rush into a situation. They really want to take their time and they want to do the work. So they want to do things the right way. And sometimes the right way or the correct way is the long way. So you're starting to understand something about your journey. Some of us want quick fixes. Some of us want things immediately, instant gratification. But sometimes either that's not the way life works, or you might not appreciate it if you don't have to work for it. I'm also getting that this could be someone that you're dealing with. Okay, so there's this secret doorway that's opening up, this little bit of knowledge that someone is doing the work, but it's very, either you're not seeing it in the physical world, and so there might be times where you don't believe that this is happening. You don't believe that any progress is being made, but I am getting that it is. Trust your intuition, okay? We have dimensional doorways. There could be a lot of connective energy and higher realms between you and someone else. Maybe perhaps a twin flame, your divine masculine, if that resonates for you. There's a lot of work right now and a lot of changes that are happening in the higher realms. But again, it's taking your second sight to see it. Your second sight is not the sight that you're looking through your eyes in the 3D world. The 3D world may be showing you no evidence, zero evidence that anything is shifting and changing. But what I am getting is that this requires you to see things with your second set of eyes. There are things happening. You are connecting with this individual. There is work that's being done. So trust that is what I see. Trust it. What's the advice? Motivation. It says, when spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. Okay, so what's interesting is that I feel like this is an indicator of spring, because it did mention spring. I see here, for some, it's not going to be for everybody, I feel like somebody right now is thinking about what they want to do. And it may be that in spring, they're going to be motivated to literally open up a door and this connection. Take things from 5D into the 3D world. I am getting that for some. Not going to be for everybody. And it doesn't mean just because somebody's feeling that they're going to be able to do it. But this energy is coming through right now. You might be tapped into your person right now. You might be tapped into what they're feeling, what they're thinking. You might be in this energy where you're very connected to them, so you know the changes that are taking place with them. So as spring approaches, it's like you're feeling or sensing that something's about ready to shift and change in your connection. Now, if you're not focused at all on your divine masculine or, another person, this could be anything that you've been thinking about. You're suddenly wanting to take what you've been feeling and thinking in your mind's eye and actually put it into action in the springtime. Okay? That's what I'm seeing here. Or when the flowers bloom, something like that. So you're being urged by your guides to do something instead of just thinking about it. Do something instead of think about it. That's beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and get the next message. We have the Three Graces. Whenever I see this card, it does make me think of the Three of Cups. It says cooperative ventures with friends, joy, sharing, new partnerships that are fun. Three of Cups all day long on that one, but it's a beautiful card. So this just means community, friends, having a good time. This is great. Let's see what we got going on. We have the Fool. Hey, I love this. So I really feel that perhaps what Spirit is saying is that throw caution to the wind and just open yourself up right now. Have a good time. You know, this is not a time to perhaps take things too seriously. Something is blooming. Again, you might not see evidence of this just yet, but what they're saying is sit back and relax. Take the Knight of Pentacles approach of life right now and your journey. Start from scratch. Make some new friends. Open up to new things. Learn something new. Do something that's fun. Have more fun in your life, like the Fool. Do something that maybe you thought you would never do. So this energy is very welcoming at this time. So let's get the advice. We have divination. Okay, so this might be something that you've been maybe tapping into. Maybe you do your own cards, your own readings. Maybe this is just your own intuition. Maybe this is something that you've gotten a prediction from, when it comes to someone else, when it comes to brand new beginnings and fresh new starts with the people that are in your life. So I'm getting here that there's some sort of a confirmation here with what you've received on new beginnings with the people that are in your environment. This says embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. I'm also getting you guys that some of you want to perhaps become maybe readers. Some of you guys want to get involved in perhaps psychic or healing work. And this might be the perfect time for you to embrace the unknown and just really take a risk and a chance. Because some people think about this, but they don't feel like they're ready. They just don't feel like they're ready. And so this message is really standing out to me here. It's really standing out to me loud and clear. Whatever it is that we're thinking about, Spirit's saying, get moving. Like there's a doorway that's opening up for you for a reason, but you've got to walk through this doorway. It's not going to just happen as if by magic. You've got to make something happen. If you want to see some sort of change or you want to do something, it does involve some sort of risk and putting yourself out there, whether you're comfortable or not. So this is definitely an energy here of maybe there's other people that are there to facilitate this, to help you, maybe to even partner with. So think outside of the box. Really trust your intuition on this, you guys. But this is about needing to take a risk or to push forward with something. But I'm also getting that if you have, if it's been brought to your attention through either your own divination or perhaps other divination that you've consulted, it could be that there is some sort of reconciling, because the Three of Cups can sometimes indicate a reconciliation, a brand new beginning and a fresh new start with either friends or maybe just other people that are in your environment. It could be the Divine Masculine as well. But spring, for some reason, is really coming through. Now, of course, all of these cards look like spring because there's a bunch of fairies, but the spring card that we just received there could be, that's what's been predicted is perhaps spring. So beautiful energy. And of course, if you're in the States like me, that's the upcoming season. So let's get your last message. What else does Spirit want us to know? Carry me home. It does say support, time to be careful, and allowing others to help. So this kind of just coincides with what I just brought through, which was allow other people to maybe help you, collaborate with other people, seek out perhaps expertise with other people, whatever this is, in order to make things happen. But this is positive. Carry me home. Okay, so 2 cards just fell out, so I'm going to go ahead and grab them. They just fell on the floor. 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Wands. Wow, 10-10. 10-10. I feel like that is significant as an angel number. Could be a date as well. It could be a portal, whatever. 10-10. 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Wands. Very different energy. There has definitely been a cycle. Okay, there's been a cycle. We have in this card the moon in the background. 2 + 7 is 9, and then we have 9-10. So it could be that there is some sort of a cycle that's coming to the end of its completion, like it's completing. A burden is dropped with the 10 of Wands. It's just too much, overload, something that we just don't want to be burdened with anymore. The 10 of Pentacles is a card of investment. It's a card of finally making it. So I am getting here that perhaps if you've been struggling with the divine masculine, it could be that you guys have been in a cycle for quite a long period of time. But all along, through all these burdens, with everything that's happened, you guys have literally been building your foundation for the future, even though it might not feel that way. I feel like there's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes in your connection. And even though you might not be seeing physical things in the physical world that are confirming this, things are happening energetically. That's what I'm seeing here. And then we have carry me home. That's a masculine and a feminine together in that card. Somebody is carrying them home, coming home. 10 of Pentacles to me is a home card. 4 of Wands is a home card. 10 of Cups is a home card. 10 of Pentacles is a home card for me as a reader. So I see this as the home that you share with someone in the very end, the final stages of your life. I feel like people may come together after a long period of time, and they may end up together in the long run. And maybe there has been some sort of a reason why you and this person have not been able to come together. Maybe because there's needed to be a lot of maturing and growing up and developing and ascension, things like that. And sometimes we do those things better when we're on our own. But we have carried me home. This is beautiful. I also am getting here that we are supported. We're not only supported by our guides and our angels, but I feel like this feminine is supporting this masculine. So if you find yourself energetically supporting and sending love to your masculine, I'm definitely getting that he is feeling this, or she is feeling this energy right now. Whatever burdens have existed, it's like it has shifted to 10 of Pentacles, as in we're a team. We're working towards the same goal, to help each other. We don't want to burden each other. We're helping each other. It's a beautiful message there. So let's get the advice. Inner child. Okay, so it says, the fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. I love this. Okay, so it's kind of cool because we've got this child and we have this old man. Do you see that? So it's all coming together for me. Somebody's had to grow up. When they do, when someone is finally at that stage, it could be later in life too, is when they will come back home. It is when you guys will share a home together. It is when things will complete in this connection. But inner child work is being done at this particular time. People are facing their inner child. They might be dealing with upbringing issues, things like that. But this child is growing up to be this mature person here. So it's been a burden perhaps for you, Divine Feminine, that you've had to be in this situation as long as you had. But eventually you're going to be able to carry this person home with you and even possibly share a home. Now, this may not be in the physical world. This could be on the other side. This could be after this life. But energetically, you guys are together. You're together with this individual. You're together with your masculine. But for those of you that chose number 2, you might just be at this particular time just enjoying the energetic connection that you have rather than the physical connection that you have with your masculine. And you're just really focusing on your own stuff right now anyways. You're still holding space for your masculine, but you're still moving forward with your life. You're still focusing on the things that you want to do. You're still focusing on how amazing life can be, the growth, the development, and also other people. So I'm going to bring these back into the reading because I feel like they're significant here. You're still focusing on just having a good time. You're enjoying the joy of the world. You're not going to let anything stand in your path, not even this divine masculine. You might be choosing to go on this journey alone, as in you're alone in the physical, but energetically you are not. You know that this masculine here, you're connected to this masculine in the higher realms, not in the 3D realm. But you know that he is growing. You know that he is doing the work that he needs to do. And you might be his motivator, as in energetically you are helping him and supporting him to motivate him towards coming back home. It's a beautiful number 2, my God. So I hope that resonated with you guys. If not, of course, you guys can always choose number 1 or 3. All right, you guys, so if you chose number 2 or the Rose Quartz Nude, let's get your messages. We have solace. It says return to nature, tree wisdom, natural remedies, flower essences. So there could be a message for you guys with all of that energy. Some of you may be very connected to earth, okay? Nature. Some of you guys might be into natural medicines, homeopathic stuff, flower essences, Bach flower remedies. There could be a lot of things to perhaps even look up. Maybe you're becoming interested in those things. Maybe you've been guided to take a class on these things. And so there could be some kind of energy here for that. Let's get the tarot. We have the 8 of Wands. This is about movement forward. Okay, movement forward. I want to get the advice here before I put this together. I love her red hair. Oh, love this. New beginnings. Okay, so what I'm getting from this is that maybe some of you guys have been just kind of chilling out with your own energy, which is great. It's great energy. Maybe you guys have had to take some time that you've needed in order to heal, in order to just kind of lick your wounds, just kind of recuperate with whatever's happened here. But Spirit's saying, it's time. It's time to get moving. It's time to put yourself back out there. It's time to engage in life once again. Okay? Because there's some new beginnings that are just basically coming out for you. There's new beginnings that are presenting themselves to you. It says, the fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. So you've got some things perhaps that you want to do. You have some things that you want to get moving forward with. But you really can't do that as long as you're just kind of sitting there and chilling out. So it is time to engage in life once again. It is time to put yourself out there. It is time to just get into that mode of being energetic again. This could even be that maybe you've been sitting in all winter and now springtime is coming up and you're just like, God, I want to get out in nature again. As a matter of fact, this weekend, I haven't been on a hike since Victoria did her hike. She did a hike and she invited her followers on social media to come join. And I wanted to be there because A, I like hiking, and B, because I wanted to be able to caption everything for her from, because she was going to be doing the retreat and she wouldn't be able to do her camera and stuff. So I played cameraman for the day and that was a lot of fun. But I haven't been on a hike since then. And when the hell was that? I think it was like in, I don't know, I could be wrong, September, October, something like that. It was before it got really cold. But, this is Arizona. Right now, the desert is nice and cool. It's beautiful. And so we're going on a hike this weekend. Both of my assistants, Victoria, Kayla, we're going to go on a hike. And so we're getting out there again, and it's motivating me to want to just live and just feel good in nature, and maybe even start eating better, things like that. And so sometimes this energy of just kind of moving your physical body, kind of getting out of that comfortable space, that winter hibernation, can really bring forth new energy. So yeah, this is just like an energetic shift that's very positive. It's shifting out of this energy into this energy. It's really going to help you to feel better. It's going to, get those endorphins moving again. It's going to create some sort of joy and happiness and more light energy in your life. That's the message. Beautiful. So, what else? Yeah, let's go ahead and get another card. I was going to say we got the Eight of Wands, and that was number 2's energy. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I like to take the numbers and put them together. 8 plus 2 is 10. It's time. It's time. The cycle of hibernation. It's time. So we have Child of the Moon, forgiveness and transcending the ego. 3 plus 6 is 9. Again, 9s and 10s are very similar to me. It's time. Child of the Moon. The moon's energy to me is a time where we go within, we reflect. It's very feminine energy to me. So we really take that time to go within our feminine side, do any kind of forgiveness, transcending anything that we've been holding on to that's negatively impacting us, anything that's ego driven. We're releasing it. We're getting rid of it. It's time. So a moon phase could be some significant, time period where you're going to be doing something like working with a certain, sign within a moon, a certain moon phase, eclipses, all types of things, retrograde, all this other stuff. There could be, even though the retrograde isn't moon, it's Mercury, but whatever. That's what I'm just saying. There could be some planetary influences, but especially the moon, that is going to be a good time for this work. Or you have really felt perhaps maybe you've been in a dark space and now it's time. It's time to get out. It's time to put yourself back out there again. It's time to feel good. This shadow work, there's a time and a place for it, but it's time to move towards the light now. Balance out that energy. 8 of Cups. Wow. 8 of Cups time. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Not only did you just get the 8 of Wands, now you're getting an 8 of Cups. I do see 8s as infinity symbols. So something that's round and round. The only way that we can get out of a cycle is to make that decision to step away from it, to stop a certain behavior, to stop participating in something that isn't good for us. The only people that are going to make changes in our lives are ourselves. We can't wait for other things or other people to change. We have to grow. We have to move on. So 8 of Cups is about movement forward in order to be able to ascend. We have temptation. Okay, well, let's take a look at this. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says that you have the power to overcome temptation. So whatever this is, you guys, whatever this unhealthiness is, you might be tempted to stay in the moon about it, hidden, being in a state of illusion, not looking at all the aspects, only seeing one side of things. Because I can sometimes see that the moon is like the dark side of the moon, where we're only seeing one side of a situation. We're not taking the time to see the other side, the lighter side. So it might be very tempting for us to wait. It might be very tempting for us to do nothing, to stay a child, to stay connected to something that makes us feel safe. But Spirit is indicating that it is time for us to move past something. It is time for us to let go and move forward in life. Now, this doesn't mean that whatever you let go of and move forward with, that you're going to lose it. It just means that you might need to step away from whatever this is in order to grow. Because as long as you're attached to it, you're going to remain a child. So it's time for you to grow and mature. And sometimes the only way that we can do that is by disconnecting, pulling the umbilical cord, moving on. I'm also getting that if we find ourselves in childish energy, such as, I'm not going to forgive this person, or I'm not going to do this until this person apologizes, and blah, 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 and this and that, childish behavior, childish energy. As an adult, we can learn that we don't always need someone to apologize to be able to forgive. So it might be very tempting to stay pissed. It might feel very empowering to stay in a negative place. But if you find that it is keeping you in a dark spot and you're unable to move forward in a positive way, there is some sort of forgiveness and transcending this energy that needs to take place. Wow. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get your final message. Catch me. Look at that. It says trust, surrender, take a leap of faith into the unknown. So this is Spirit's way of saying nothing is guaranteed in life. It just isn't. Sometimes people don't want to do certain things, and they don't want to feel certain things, and they don't want to invest in certain things unless there's a guarantee. I hear this all the time. I want to know if this person is really my twin flame. Why? Is that going to do something for you? Is it going to change things? Does it mean you're not going to do the healing that you need to do unless this person's your twin flame? So sometimes we just need to do things just because. If you're connected to somebody, it doesn't matter what the label is. That's why I always tell people, don't focus on the label. There's a reason that you're going through this. There's a reason that you're feeling this. Regardless of what the label is, there is a reason. And that's what you should focus on. You should focus on what you need to learn in this situation, because there's always something to learn in any situation. So there's obviously a triggering happening here. There's obviously something that has been provoked within you to feel the things that you're feeling. Let's focus on that. Let's work with that energy. Let's see how we can transcend ourselves through this experience. So it's telling you to trust and surrender your need to know, surrender being right, surrender whatever, and just take a leap into the unknown, just because that is what life is all about. You're living. You are living when you are stepping forward. Page of Pentacles. I love it. The Page of Pentacles is a student of life. That's how I see the pages. They're students. Yes, of course, this can be looked upon as a message, but I'm not getting that at all. I am getting that this is an energy of a child. The child leaps forward like the Fool's energy because maybe they don't know any better, or maybe they haven't had a lot of bad experiences to, cause them to now not want to move forward with things. I don't know why I can't think of the words I want to say, but you know what I'm saying. It's definitely an energy here where as a child, we're a little bit more eager to trust and to take those leaps of faith rather than adults. Sometimes adults can be very reserved and say, oh my gosh, no, I've been down that road. I don't want to do that again. I'm very fearful, which of course all has its time and place. But when we're spending our entire adult life saying, nope, not going to do that, not going to live, not going to ever do this again because it's not going to work out, and then we become very jaded, we're not living. Now, sometimes when we're in the child's energy where it's like, throw caution to the wind, whatever. We do whatever we want, no consequences. Well, sometimes that energy, do you see what I'm saying? It's very black and white. We have to find the middle ground. We have to find that balance there. So it's asking you here to really examine things in a whole new way. The pages, not in this deck, but in your traditional Rider-Waite deck, shows the pages holding on to either that pentacle, they're looking at it. They're looking at that wand. They're looking at that cup. They're looking at that sword. They're examining the energy that's attached to it. This particular page is examining, not in this picture, but they are examining the pentacle of their life, the pentacle of their existence, who they are in the world, what they want to do moving forward, how they want to invest, what they want to learn next. So this is definitely an energy of new. It's definitely an energy of moving forward in a whole new way. And even though you might be afraid to do so, I'm getting from Spirit, do it anyways. Do it anyways. Whatever that may be. You might be very tempted to play it safe. You might be very tempted to hold off and wait for something to happen. But I'm getting here. Life doesn't work. It's not that life doesn't work that way. It's just that things are going to be much more difficult when you're waiting around for other people to do things in order for your life to improve. Really? Andy agrees. Andy agrees. Come together. Wow. Let's go ahead and read it. It says, fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps to get the job done. So this is about coming together. The only way that you can come together with those that you're meant to meet in this lifetime, that you're meant to, spend time with, learn with, be with, love with, is when you put yourself out there. You can't wait on your couch and wait for something to happen by something or someone knocking on the door. Sometimes life works that way, sure, but most of the time probably not. The only way that things are going to start happening and coming together for us is when we take this leap of faith. When we start to approach life in a new way. Old ways are no longer working, which is why the Eight of Cups came up. We've got to do something different here. We've got to walk away from an old concept or old situation in order for new things to come together in our lives. The only way that we're going to experience new things is to take that leap of faith. Take a leap of faith into the unknown. This is about a seed, planting new seeds, coming together with new people, working together. Sometimes being with other people can really make life more enjoyable. So there's nothing wrong with wanting that. Nothing wrong at all. But some people may want to just be alone, and that's totally fine too. But what I did get in this reading, actually, I think in number 2 and maybe a little bit in this one, I think it was more number 2. No, it was this one because it was solace. It was being alone. Okay? This might be for you where your safe zone is, which is fine. But there could be something new that's trying to come in. And as long as you're in this energy of like, nope, it's either my way or the highway, or nope, this is the way that I need things to be. If it's not, I can't move forward, or I just don't want to be around anybody right now. I feel like there is a need to move forward and abandon an old idea, or abandon your need to wait for something to show up or change. It's about moving forward in your own life and creating your own destiny, not allowing other people to write it for you. Okay? So if you guys are really wanting new people to come into your lives, I'm getting that you're going to have to make a shift in your energy. So, but if you don't want that, I just feel like this may be about a particular idea that you have or a certain pursuit. It is going to require you to take a leap of faith. Thinking about it, dreaming about it isn't making it happen. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed those messages today. If they didn't resonate with you, no worries. I always have other readings that I put out that may resonate with you. So take care, you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.